It's the MOPOWERZ, where knowledge is key. How are you all doing this great, fantastic, sunny Monday? How are you all doing? Me, I am sucking up all of this great sunshine, and I highly recommend that you do the same. Remember, vitamin D is essential to the body because in the wintertime, you won't be able to get it like you're able to get it now. So get some of that vitamin D so it's stored in your system. And if this is your first time watching the MOPOWERZ, I want to thank you. I ask that you share the information, family, friends, co-workers, whomever you come into contact with, to start a decent conversation about something that's important to the masses. Today, on this video, we're going to talk about a couple of things, but we're going to start off with Mayor Lightfoot from the city of Chicago. Mayor Lightfoot is, from my standpoint, is doing right. She does not want federal troops in Chicago. I want y'all to understand something. Federal troops are military soldiers. Military soldiers. Are you telling me that Chicago cannot get it together and would rather have military troops come in to patrol you? To patrol you. Not to mention the fact that once these federal troops come to town, it is martial law on Chicago. Check this out. All of these killings, shootings are senseless. They solve nothing. In fact, these killings only make more killings occur. Just as the same as if federal troops were to come into Chicago. That's not going to stop the killing. Federal troops would not stop the killing. In fact, federal troops will probably get shot just like everyone else in Chicago. Really. Just think about it. If people in Chicago are shooting one another, killing one another, do you think that they are really going to care about killing a federal troop? Not to mention the fact, seeing that none of these criminals have been apprehended, with the exception of maybe one, and that was the one that was found shooting up the funeral home last week. One of them has been apprehended. Then you have the other three that the Department of Justice feds had arrested. But like I said, even I can find guns on the street. But they haven't stopped the violence. People are bashing Mayor Lightfoot, saying that she won't let federal troops do their job. Look, many people who talk about federal troops have no idea what it's like being invaded by military troops. Have anybody been in the military? Has anybody been in war? I myself, Gulf War. You know, the little thing that they had over there in the Middle East? Yeah. The Desert Storm? Yeah, I was over there. You got the Panama with Noriega? Yeah, I did that already. You do not want federal troops in the neighborhood patrolling you and locking you down. You don't want that. This woman is trying her best not to do this. She is trying her best not to do this. But the residents, some residents, and I can't even call them residents because they're actually beasts in human form that is actually going around and doing all of this damage to innocent people that have nothing to do with them. Like I said, just from my standpoint, all of this is a buildup. It's sanctioned to be this way so that the federal troops can come in. Now, you mean to tell me all of these killings that's taking place in Chicago, you got 439 murders so far in the city of Chicago since January, and you can't find the killers? What are you doing out here policing? What are you policing? I'm just saying. And the police, believe it or not, if I was a police, I'd be scared as, to be on the street with these clowns. Now, mind you, many people don't like to shoot the police. And I am not encouraging anyone to shoot the police. However, I am encouraging you to handle the people or the perpetrators that are performing these savage acts in Chicago by killing kids, by killing teenagers, shooting up party buses, all of that. Mayor Lightfoot is doing a good job. In fact, if you paid attention to the news, if you look at all of these cities where there are black mayors, whether it be female or male, and chief of police across the country that's black, you will find that they are having major problems. Major problems. Even the chief of police in Seattle, who's a female, said that, check it out, that law enforcement cannot enforce the law. Law enforcement cannot enforce the law. She said that you are on your own. That is what the chief of police said from Seattle. She said, you are wanted defunding, you got defunding, now you have to do for self. She said the police are not going to enforce the law. So if the police are not going to enforce the law, what's the purpose of having the police? I'm just saying, many people out here are bucking or fighting for their jobs, okay? People are fighting for their jobs. People are fighting to keep their homes. They're fighting to keep the lifestyle that they have grown accustomed to, being a policeman, policewoman, or a teacher. Because schools is not going to open. Schools are not going to open. And if they are open, it's very few students because parents are pulling their children away from public school and are providing homeschooling for their children. It's safer that way, if you ask me, seeing that Chicagoans cannot get it together. And if a child is in their home, minding their business, playing their video game, and they get shot, what's going to happen when the schools open? Not to mention the fact that if COVID was so bad and they're letting inmates out of prison, why are they sending children back to school? You should ask yourself that question. Educators, period, all across the board. Educators and policemen are fighting for their lives right now, meaning their livelihood. That's just real talk, but this is the damage or the consequences of law enforcement actions against the people of the state. So, what's fair is fair. Now, we as residents have to take up that slack and patrol our own. And sometimes that means that you may have to sacrifice your life for your child. Are you one of those people who would say that you would die for your child? Well, this is the opportunity for you to put your words into action, because we are going to have to patrol our neighborhoods. Some of us live in communities. Wherever we live at, we are going to have to patrol it, because the police across the nation have and are being defunded, meaning you are left with crime problems. Like the commercial said, the old lady on the phone calling 911 because the burglar is breaking in, but 911 is on vacation. 911 is on lunch. 911 has been defunded. So now, what happens? That old lady got robbed or got raped or both. We don't know. It's just a commercial, but it has a subliminal message. And that subliminal message is you have to protect yourself. If you have an elderly person that is at home and you are living in a high crime environment, check upon your elders. Make sure that they're okay. Not to mention the heat that's going on this summer. Make sure that they don't catch heat stroke. Make sure that they are consistently, what's the word I want to use? They have a lot of water in their body. I can't even think of the word right now. I can't because so many thoughts are running through my brain. So we got Mayor Lightfoot. We got the chief of police in Seattle. We have federal troops shooting residents in the head. Hey, mom in Seattle got shot in the head and she's in the hospital by federal troops. That's in Portland, Oregon. This is what the federal troops are doing to people who are out there protesting for the rights of people. It's just that simple. Now, some people say, don't take yourself outside. There's other ways to be heard. Well, this is a nationwide response to police brutality, police killings. But the police can't understand that. They act as if they didn't do nothing wrong. I'm serious. Law enforcement act as if they have done nothing wrong. They act as if they deserve not to be defunded when they've killed people in the streets, murdered them, but yet they say they are law enforcers. When you break the law and you are a law enforcer, you are no longer a law enforcer. It's that simple. Right nowadays, anybody can come to police if you don't have a criminal record. And it's sad. It's sad. So, yes, the defunding of the police has taken place. Mayor Lightfoot is doing a good job. That woman, that police chief that's in Seattle is doing the best that she can. And while she's doing all of this, you have Jewish rabbis out here calling black people monkeys. Look it up. It's on YouTube. Chief Rabbi calls black people monkeys. But yet and still, they steal our whole history and try to place themselves in the place of what they call the monkeys. What do you think about that? Who's really the monkey? Is it like monkey see, monkey do? So if the Jews, the chief rabbi, who is speaking for the Jews, say that black people are monkeys, how dare you speak against Farrakhan when you say that he is anti-Semitic, which is totally impossible because he is Semitic. I mean, come on, people, have some common sense here. Have some common sense here. And to further my point, I don't hear any of these black people talking about how the Jewish community, a Jewish chief rabbi called black people monkeys. But I guess that's not derogatory. I guess that's not defaming, seeing that it's coming from a white so-called Jewish chief rabbi. Because the real Jews are the black people. These people came from the Caucasus Mountains, also known as the Balkans today, come out of the mountains on all fours. And we educated them. We taught them mathematics. We taught them science. We taught them how to cook their food. We taught them how to season their food. We taught them civilization. That's not even up for a debate. Those are actual facts. Historically, we got the records on you today. So with all of this madness that's taking place in the world, people striving for rights that are inalienable rights that is given to them by the Creator, and the people who rule this world are squandering those rights away from you, which are God-given. But you continue to go vote for them. I'm just saying, what do you think? Do you think that it is fair for the chief rabbi of the Jewish community to call black people monkeys? Really? Now, isn't that cyberbullying? I mean, that's what they took my video down for. They say I was cyberbullying and I used some other stuff and some other stuff. So how can this Jewish person get away with it and still have his video up? Oh, I'm sorry. The people who run the internet is Jewish. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But anyway, what do you think? What do you think about the Jews calling, the chief rabbi who's a Jew, the white Jew, call black people monkeys? What do you think about that? What do you think about Mayor Lightfoot? What do you think about that chief of police woman that's in Seattle? In fact, what do you think about the black woman that is mayor of Atlanta? All of these people who are in charge of states being black are catching hell. Are catching hell. And we, black people, as a whole, is not helping the situation because we will not point out these perpetrators who are committing these savage acts against black people. I think, what does the statistics say? 73% black people die in Chicago by 71% of black people. 73% black people dead, and 71% of those dead are caused by black people. Like, for real. When are you all going to wake up? When are you all going to wake up? In fact, to be truthful, they don't have to send in federal troops. They don't even have to send in law enforcement. Only thing they have to do is continue to let these real dudes, real cats, continue to shoot and kill one another. Like I said, at this rate, if we are continuing, we will not be here, and the only black people that will be on this planet are black entertainers and athletes who have money and have been inducted into secret orders. Seriously, demonic order at that. Let me know what you think. Do you think that black entertainers are being captured or seduced into these demonic organizations? Do you think that these black politicians, mayors, and law enforcement leaders that are black, do you think that they are catching hell? Or do you not think that they're catching hell? Do you think that these shootings are being set up to make these black politicians look bad? Or do you think that these shootings and killings are done purposely to bring in martial law? Let me know what you think. I would really appreciate that. It's your brother, the MOPOWERZ, where knowledge is key. And remember, it is your third eye that makes you shine like jewelry. Thanks for viewing, you all. Peace.